Good morning, everyone. Uh, the 1960s, we spoke about Vatican II. There was something else going on in America at the time, and that was kind of a revolution of note when suddenly flower power became important and people broke away from the conservative way of doing things, and all of a sudden freedom of speech and freedom of expression and love and joy and all those kinds of things were really important. I think it brought about also a culture, if you like, of liberalism, a culture of being not conservative, of bringing about a personalization, if you like. Related to that was very much, let me do what I want to do. Freedom of the person, freedom of the individual. And of course, that impacted itself on the church as well. So Second Vatican Council happening at the same time was probably opportune, but it wasn't. I promise you that the Pope didn't go off to all the pop festivals in America at the time just to get some inspiration. Well, it's quite interesting to see that, kind of say a spin-off from that. A lot of the youth organizations within the church and the involvement, even things like Life Team, which is a fairly structured organization, but there are many of them. Those kind of started, it got their roots going within that freedom, that the church of the people thinking, and that can be very healthy. And I think it's important that we acknowledge that there is a lot of wisdom and a lot of strength and a lot of merit in becoming progressive. The question is, how do we actually monitor and can we harness it in? Because if we go overboard, then things sometimes don't really hang together. So the liberalism, we mustn't reject it, but with it we must understand that we can't just simply say, well, what I believe must be right, and therefore I can do what I like. And that might require us making some sacrifice and actually taking a deep breath and sort of saying, well, what Jesus came to teach may not necessarily be popular, but we know it's right and we know that he's God, and we've got to stick with it. And so therefore we go with what his teaching is. You have a wonderful day and keep yourself safe. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.